Hey there, my name is Dean. Welcome to Body by Yoga. I'm so excited that you're here, that you're going to learn yoga with us, and I'm really excited to show you all the benefits that this amazing practice has to offer. Yoga Start is all about showing you modifications to make the poses work for your body. This isn't to make it easier. This is so that we make the poses work in a way that works for your body. So instead of you doing something that you saw somebody else do, we're going to show you what you need to do in order to feel the pose the way that you're supposed to feel it. So strap in, get a block, get a chair. Let's go ahead and get started. Grab your chair and place it kind of in the middle of your mat, just somewhere you can sit down. We're going to use the chair today to help bring the ground up to you so that you can feel the stretches, again, the way that you're supposed to, even if you can't touch your toes. Start with your feet about 6 inches apart, your knees facing straight forward, your toes facing straight forward, and then drop your butt down like you're going to sit into the chair, but don't quite sit into the chair. So now, working on your glutes, working on your thighs, keeping the knees back so that your glutes work here, and then bringing the arms out in front of you, shoulders nice and relaxed, and just work on breathing here in and out of the nose. This is going to be challenging at first, but with time you'll get stronger, your legs, your body will adapt. From here, sit down all the way, nice and slow, and almost by surprise, letting your butt hit the chair. Keep a really nice upright posture here. So, if you sit down a lot during the day, this is how you should be sitting, with your glutes slightly engaged, your chest lifted, really nice core engagement, and your knees facing straight forward like this. So when you start feeling like your feet turning out and you're slumping forward, remember this DVD. From here, we're going to move into a twist. So stay as upright as possible. Go ahead and look over to the left. Bring your right hand outside your left knee. Bring your left hand to the back of the chair. And again, sitting up as tall as possible. So pressing your head up toward the ceiling, looking over toward the left, feeling this in your core, and not using this hand or your right hand to twist and crank your body open, but using your core strength instead. And then take it back to center, staying just as tall. Take a breath here. And then twist to the right. Left hand outside your right knee, right hand to the back of the chair. And the goal of this isn't to make it easy. Again, we just want to make you feel it the way that you're supposed to. So a twist happens with your core. Again, it doesn't happen with cranking your arm into your knee. So use your core strength to lift, use your exhale to twist to go deeper. And then take it back to center. From here into a forward fold. Now, typically you'll do a forward fold from a standing position, but when you do that, what happens is usually you don't have the flexibility and you end up doing somewhat of a squat instead. So we're using the chair to make you feel the stretch the way you should. Bring your feet out a little bit wider, point the toes, lengthen your torso forward. Try to keep your core engaged. So when I say core engaged, I mean your abdominal muscles. So from your pubic bone up to your sternum, that muscle group. And then keeping those engaged, lower your chest toward the floor, lowering your hands down and looking behind you and focusing on this stretch in the lower back. Notice that my neck is really relaxed here. I'm not looking forward. Keeping my shoulders away from the ears so that I'm not creating extra tension in the shoulders. And this is a stretch for your whole spine. So from the base of your spine all the way up to your head. You might even feel a stretch in the back of your head here. And that would be normal because if you're tight, probably means that the top of your head and your neck are tight as well. All right, you can stay here as long as you want. Press pause if you want. I'm gonna move on. From here, come back into that seated position. Plant your feet. cross your right leg over your left leg, just like you would cross your leg if you were sitting and talking with your friends, but with a little bit better posture. So lightly relaxing your right knee toward the ground, sitting up tall, and this is going to stretch your outer hip. So you should feel the stretch on the right hip right now, maybe something on the inner thigh. And this is really good for helping to prevent back pain because we're stretching your glutes, we're activating your glutes. And when that muscle isn't active, what happens is your lower back picks up the slack, and that means pain for your lower back. So that's why we're doing this. Go ahead and set the foot down, stay up tall, and switch sides. Crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Again, sitting up nice and tall, and just kind of relaxing this left knee toward the floor. Keep the glutes slightly engaged. Keep the core engaged to sit up tall. Pick the shoulders up, back, and down. And take a couple breaths here to feel the stretch in the outer hip. Again, activating your glutes, stretching your outer hip to relieve lower back pain, lower back discomfort. Go ahead and plant your foot. We're gonna stand up all the way, and we're gonna change your chair. Take the chair to the front now with the back away from you, the seat facing you. And just so you have 3 levels, right? You have chair, you have seats, and you have block. So 3 different levels depending on your flexibility, depending on what feels good. From here, we're going to go to a pyramid stretch. So point your right foot straight forward, bring your left foot to the back, point that out 45 degrees. Now, I'm gonna recommend you start with just 2.5 feet between your feet. And then sink into your right knee, lower your hand to the chair, either to the back of the chair or to the seat. And then straighten your leg just a few inches. Don't lock out the knee, just straighten it slightly. And try to make your upper body parallel to the ground. So make your back flat here. The right hip pulls back, the left hip pulls down and forward toward the right ankle. Head presses forward so that you get length in your spine. And this is stretching the back of your thigh and your lower back. Go ahead and plant the left hand right in the middle of the chair and then lift your arm up into a twist. And this is such a great modification because you don't have to lower your hand all the way to the ground. You don't have to be that warm, and you don't have to have any history of fitness or flexibility to be able to do this. So press the arm up, keep the hips squared just like you had them for pyramid, and press your head forward. You're gonna feel this stretch in the back of the right thigh, maybe in the outer hip, and also using your core strength to twist here. Go ahead and plant that hand down, bend into the knee, stand back up. Moving on to the opposite side. Left foot forward now. Point your right foot out 45 degrees. Again, just about 2.5 feet back, and then square your hips toward the front. So the right hip pulls forward, the left hip pulls back. Now bend into the knee with a flat back with your core engaged. Lower your upper body toward the chair. Bring your hands either to the back of the chair, if you need the back of the chair, or to the seat. And then lengthen your body forward. So use your hands to pull your body forward for more of a stretch in your lower back and your hamstring. And this is important because when your hamstrings are tight, they pull on your lower back and they cause back pain. So if you're sitting during the day a lot, the reason why your lower back hurts, one reason at least, is because your hamstrings aren't stretching, so they pull on your lower back. Go ahead and plant the right hand and then move into a twist. Left arm up now. Keep in mind, if this is really easy, you can take your hand down to the block for the next level. Keep your head pressing forward. Try to keep your hips squared, so don't let your hips go way out to the side or way over to the other side, but right in the middle, just like you had them for the pyramid. And then expand in all directions. So press your head forward, roll back the shoulder. Again, use the core to twist rather than your arms. And then lower that hand back down, bend into the knee, and stand all the way up.
Thanks for joining me for this workout today. Make sure you subscribe. We put out lots of videos like this on a very regular basis. And to get full access to all of my workouts, my programs, tutorials, and more, head to manfulyoga.com, sign up for a 7-day trial. It's just $1. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video.